Old 8-bit computers from the 80s were very limited in their abilities to create sound. To recreate sounds and music of those consoles, Audiothing created the MiniBIT. I'm Marlon and welcome to the White Noise Studio. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any new video. Here is the plugin and let's go over its sound and controls. In the middle is the ever so important oscillator. There are common knobs like a fine tune, tune and a volume knob. You can dial in a sub-oscillator for thickness, which can be unison, 1 octave down and 2 octaves down. The oscillator can be switched from one voice to poly. You can change the waveform from the oscillator, which includes 8 custom options. If you select one of those, an edit button will pop up, which allows you to draw your own custom waveform. You can draw, choose one of these waveforms, or choose random and work from there. Interesting timbres can be created here. Let's stick with this one. The LFO over here can be used to modulate different sources. There are pitch, volume, cutoff and downsample, and there are a number of LFO shapes available, and you can sync the LFO to the tempo of the project you're in or use it in milliseconds. You can only modulate one source with this LFO. An option to modulate more sources would have been nice to create more different timbres. Over here is the envelope. There are actually 2 envelopes and you can toggle between them with this knob. With the volume envelope, you set the normal ADSR for volumes. And with the pitch envelope, you can set how the trigger envelope triggers the pitch. Lots of fun here. On the bottom you find 3 effects. A filter with cutoff and resonance, which can be switched between high and low pass. The LFO settings influence the behavior of the cutoff too if you set the LFO to cutoff. There's a simple delay which can be switched between milliseconds and sync. And there's a very sweet bit crusher downsampler to have a more 8-bit sound or even lower if you want that. Also, the LFO can change the behavior of the downsampler like this. And the MiniBIT has a sequencer. The plugin has a sequencer built in, and with that you can create useful sequences and EFX. You open it here. With, for instance, this preset Stomper RM. If you use the sequencer and enable pitch, set it to 1/32nd note and hit the random knob. It will sound like a typical 8-bit console. Very cool. And I've also used the sequencer on this sound to create a typical 8-bit synth. It's very simple. You take a square wave, go into the sequencer and set it also to 1/32nd of a note and alternate every note to be pitched to 1 octave above. And it sounds like this. With the sequencer you can create drum patterns, arpeggios and more. The Audiothing MiniBIT is fun. A whole lot of fun. It's also very cheap. Find a link in the description below. Check out my Kniff Audio Kniffonium review if you want to know more about another cool synth. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!